Welcome everyone. This is Micro Machines, the original scale miniatures. There is a warning on the thing, but these are actually coming. These are out by Hasbro. So, yeah. This is the rare. This is a rare one that I picked up. This is the race team. Turn on the back. You can see what the original color of the car is actually meant to be. But we do have the farm construction and muscle car sets. I have seen a fire rescue set and another car set. I have seen the fire and rescue, car wash, and tuner garage playsets. The original Micro Machines came out in the 1980s. The person who actually did the actual original Micro Machine ad, was the voice of Blur. You heard me from the 1980s Transformers series and movie. We had Blur, which I can bring up. And I do mean Blur, voiced most times by John Washington in 3 titles. If you don't know who John Washington is, just look up 1980s Micro Machines commercials. He is the fast-speaking person. Is Micro Machines guy still the fastest talking man on the planet? 3 decades later, John Jr. still gets recognized. Yes, that's right. John Moshitita Jr. People just come up and tell me, you were my whole childhood. He is my whole childhood. Kids of the 80s don't know his name, but they loved him as the mustachioed Micro Machines man, the guy who pitched the tiny toy plays cars and automobiles with superhuman speed in all these commercials. He was also the voice of Blur on the original Transformers cartoon. Had a recurring role as the fast-talking Mr. Joseph, teacher on Saved by the Bell, and popped up as a rapid letter of the day narrator on Sesame Street. So, that's taking me back. These are taking me back to the late 80s. Late 80s. Like 1988 onward into the late 90s. Yeah. Because in the late 90s they actually ended up not being made anymore. Which is kind of weird. And I do mean kind of weird in itself. Because Micro Machines were the hit. They were the talk of the town. They were everything everyone wanted. Micro Machines, the original scale miniatures, are also called Micro Machines or simply the Micros. Are a toy line originally made by Gablob, which there's no mention of it here. because it was actually brought out by Hasbro. Now part of Hasbro in the mid-1980s and throughout the 1990s. Licensed the idea behind Micro Machines from Sons V. Hayden and Patty Joe Hayden, American toy inventors from Wisconsin. Micro Machines were tiny-scale component-style playsets and vehicles that were slightly larger than the end scale. Early Micro Machines television commercials were famous for featuring actor John Mussey Jr., who was at the time listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's fastest talker. Yeah. Availability, 1987 to 2008, and then from 2015 to 2016. 4 years later, they're making a resurgence. The toys, many different types of micros were made, including all the popular cars and trucks of the time, trains, emergency vehicles, tanks, boats, airplanes, helicopters, and motorcycles. The Tough Tax series contain many of the popular TNT Motorsports monster trucks, including the infamous Grave Digger truck. Star Trek and Star Wars models were also made, as were models from other science fiction franchises, including Babylon 5, Power Rangers, and Men in Black. James Bond and Indiana Jones themed toys were also released. After being bought by Hasbro, Winner's Circle, NASCAR, and G.I. Joe themed cars and playsets were added. While the Micro Machines collection was known primarily for sizing down automobiles, it also featured several playsets, including 1991's fold-out Supervan City. Licensed character products would often be fold-open heads, including miniature characters and vehicles interactive with their playset environment. Micro Machines also utilize several diverse features, such as color-changing cars and privatized vehicles, that even allowed one to peek inside and view the illustration of the contents. They also had a few instructions for the playsets as well. One of the many Micro Machine product lines was the Insider series, incredibly popular in the late 80s and early 90s. The Insider series found a small vehicle inside the standard size Micro Machine. The body and chassis of the larger vehicle connected via a hinge. Opening the larger revealed the smaller, which was a different model of car. Micro Machines released a special presidential limousine series, which used President Harry Truman's 1950s Lincoln Cosmopolitan bold-top limousine, President John F. Kennedy's Lincoln Continental, or the X-100 convertible limousine, and President James Earl Carter's 1977 Lincoln Town Car was featured in the series, done in 1989. Fun fact and true fact, those ones I just read never made it to Australia. They didn't make it to Australia at all. For 3 to 4 years, Micro Machines was the largest selling toy car line in the US, with total dollars exceeding the combined sales of the next top selling lines, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and Maginette. True fact. Micro Machines had a well-known advertising campaign in the 1980s involving fast talker John Mercedes Jr. Commercial featured pictures in his trademark speedy style and ended in the slogan, "If it doesn't say Micro Machines, it's not the real thing," which is actually pretty good. In the 90s, transforming playsets were released. Some could transform from one playset to another, such as a factory to a test track. That was actually a good one. Others could transform from giant vehicles to playsets such as a 6x6 to a jungle. Early ones including one that could transform from a toolbox to a city. Another innovative release was a line of special boats in the 1990s. While past boats had merely sunk and were not intended for water use, these new sets could actually float. When sold to Hasbro, the basic line was largely discontinued, and new packaging of the toys didn't catch on as well as hoped, though some toys continued to be sold in toy stores. In 2006, the brand name was visible only in detailed panel of the Star Wars and Transformers Titanium Series diecast vehicles and figures. For collectors, interesting in collecting Micro Machines has not reached the level of interest in collecting Hot Wheels. One possible reason is that toys are too new, not enough time has passed for collectors' development interest. The reason is that one had to buy a pack at a time, and typically only one would be a new model in any given year. Most sets were worth less than the $5 retail, though some like Civil War can command over $10, and the Alien sets of free are on eBay stores for $50. The very US version of the action fleet, Aliens Dropship, has been asking over $70. Some Star Trek sets and ships have been sold for $100 to $370 online. Some of the hardest to find packages of the cars command prices around $100. These packages often contain prototypes never released to the public. Often large lots can be had for pennies per vehicle. Early 1986 through 1989, model Micro Machine cars have become increasingly available and collectible in 2020, especially the rare limited edition series such as the Deluxe line, which features opening doors and hoods, Tough Tax monster trucks, which featured rubber tires, along with the more desirable car models such as Lamborghini, Ferrari, and Porsche. In addition, collectors are becoming more and more willing to pay top dollar for early gold sets that are branded new in box or in mint condition. It seems though the kids who grew up in the late 80s and early 90s, now with more buying power, are becoming increasingly willing to pay a premium to renew or expand their collection of these much loved cars and trucks. eBay has evolved as the leading marketplace for collectors to buy and sell the extensive array of colorful, highly detailed early Micro Machine models. As relevant values and demand steadily climb, it is not uncommon for a certain rare cars bring $50 to $100 each, or over $200, for select brand new on-card sets. It seems as though Micro Machines are following the trend of Hot Wheels cars and steadily increasing in value, and are a fun and stackable investment in the current volatile market, as they are now approaching 35 years since the first 1986 product line. Yeah, that's taking me back, alright. Micro Machines kept sealed in package take up a lot of space, so collectors store them in other containers. Some collectors use one of the original showcases for Micro Machines, while others store their collection in fishing tackle boxes, which is actually true, because these could fit in. These can fit into a fishing tackle box, believe me. I've seen it happen. I've actually seen photos of it. Some individual cars, such as the SOV Mustang, have changed hands for over $25 in the early 2000s. Though, with the appearance of traders who have nearly every vehicle for sale at all the time, it is uncommon to see values over $5 for any one vehicle. There are some rare models that continue to trade at high values, such as the collector C3R Corvette from 1999. Some military vehicles are remarkable, valuable models. Those made with accurate markings or Soviet equipment, such as the T-80BV, rare collections such as Star Trek or Star Wars are also valuable. A solid gold Star Trek model that was a grand prize in a drawing sold for over $5,000. Popular culture. Micro Machines were featured in the 1990s Christmas movie Home Alone, starring Macaulay Culkin. In the movie, Culkin's character sets dozens of Micro Machines at the bottom of the flight stairs as a hazard for a pair of bungling burglars. This trap also featured the Sega Genesis game, though it's referred to generally as toys. Revivals. First revival, the Micro Machines brand was revived for a few years in response to profitability of the similar Speedies brand. Hasbro also opted to use many fantasy castings in the revival. The revival only lasted a couple of years. The brand Micro Machines has also been incorporated into packaging of the popular Star Wars Titanium Series 3-inch vehicle range. That's not 3-inch. That's roughly about an inch, maybe. Not sure. The Micro Mayhem is a stop-motion animation in which the characters are played by Micro Machines. Second revival. The release of the movie Star Wars Episode 7, Force Awakens. Hasbro released a new set of the Micro Machines. The second revival lasted only a year, and more sets were released after Rogue One, which kind of sucks. Third arrival at the 2020 Toy Fair New Micro Machines were announced and are available in stores as of August 2020 this year. Sets include muscle cars, farm racing, construction, and off-road, and an updated version of the Super Van City is available as well, which I am going to have to get. History. There was, paired 24 micro cars and packaging. The investors talked with someone from Global at the Toy Fair who said they wanted to develop a new reasonable price car line. Work was done with their model maker design to prepare 24 micro cars and packaging. The first and only company at the hand sent prototypes to. They loved it and wanted to go into contract immediately. Sal Doddle and David Gold were the masterminds behind marketing Micro Machines. Their vision to drive Micro Machines to become best-selling toys. Micro Machines thrived for years until Hasbro bought Color and Micro Machines for their Star Wars line and eventually put the line on the shelf. Micro Machines have been released periodically since then, but have had limited success since their original release. Pedro Hayden no longer invents toys. Salmon Hayden still works on toy inventions with his now wife Kay Hayden in Fun City USA. So, NCL Machines video game series. John, this is Junior, the Machines Man. References: Micro Mayhem Crazy Car Chase on the sand table. Topspeed.com/cars/car-news/Micro Machines returns with a bang. Yeah. Micro Machines are back on the shelves after a decade hiatus. They return to the shelves after a 4-year hiatus. Don't believe me? Here's what I've been reading. This is on Wikipedia. Availability. The present. 4-year hiatus. That was, 7 years between those two dates? 4 years between these two. I mean, it's not really a 35th yet. So, getting ahead there. We still got 2 more years before it's the 35th anniversary of Micro Machines, but it's another 7 years for a 40th. The new Micro Machines Super Van City is this. So we can see what it is. What it folds out to, the packaging. So here's this is the fire and rescue one that I saw. The farm set, the race car set, which is the race team. See, there's one of the trucks. That's a nice Ford Raptor that it comes with. So there's another one. Yeah, I'm talking about the cars being green and blue. The trucks are green, yellow, and black. Both hold 8 cars each. Series 1, there's this. But the thing is, it's not exactly the full set, where this isn't the full set either. I've seen, this is the supercar set. See, there's a rare. Let's go rare in it. So, virtually, if you grew up in the 80s and you had Micro Machines, just go out and buy these. I mean, I would love to see Spider-Man come back. I would love to see Spider-Man. I would love to see the original Power Rangers How about considering that Hasbro can actually do this? Come on, Hasbro, release. Come on, release. You can get the license. You can get the license to release character style Micro Machines and such. You virtually own Power Rangers. You can release the Power Ranger Micro Machines. Because they actually had the, what was it? It was Power Rangers Micro Machines had the Megazords in them and everything else. I mean, look. Come on, Hasbro. Bring these out. Bring NASCAR. Bring out the NASCAR stuff. So there's another playset. They actually come with backgrounds that can be used, so I mean, even these. Come on. Come on, Hasbro. I know you can do it, Hasbro. You have the licenses. So just do it. Yes, I saw those. I kind of like, kind of don't like. See, there's the ad for the old Superman City. The unofficial Micro Machine collection, which is virtually the whole book of the original Micro Machines. Oh, just look at that. Just look at that. That looked good. I mean, here's the back of one of the old Micro Machine packages. Yeah, you virtually had all those little... You virtually had all that on the back of the Micro Machine packages. You got the trucks, you got the cars, you got virtually everything. Bikes too. There's another. And you virtually had color guide as well. So it's construction, Super 4x4. Man. Yeah, so here's another one that actually has the sets. But come on. This is what it was in the 80s and 90s. It was all this. Just this backing. There's the Micro Machines triple size, the biggest Micro Machines ever, with another smaller version of the vehicle inside. See, highways and byways. Emergency corner Micro Machines highways and byways playset. You can't get these anymore. And I literally mean you can't get playsets, those old playsets anymore. They're non-existent. Unless you actually have a 3D printer and can print those out for yourself to use. That's about virtually it. But not sell. Because if you do sell, Hasbro will actually come down on you. So if it's for private use, you're fine. You're fine for using it. Private use, not sure. Though if it, I'm only guessing here, because with private use, you can virtually create your own huge Micro Machine city. Virtually. But I wouldn't hazard doing that. Because Hasbro might come down on you and such. But, I mean, come on. These were the 80s. These things were like liquid gold in the 80s. With Transformers. Virtually, you put Transformers and Micro Machines together, you virtually would have seen them walking off the shelf. It's like, oh, Micro Machines Transformers. Come on, let's go. They're gone. Off the shelf. That's how fast they would go off the shelf. You stock coming in, everyone gets put on the shelf, it's out the door. That was the whole thing. It was straight out the door with Micro Machines. I should actually look for mine in the shed. I know I got a number of them. I'm gonna have to find them. I miss having them set up. And I do mean I miss having them set up. Because they were good to look at. Good to actually just run around with one finger on desk, on flat surface. You can fling them with your finger, see how fast they can go from just a flick from your finger. It hurt, but it was fun. It was safe. So yeah. Hopefully I can get these. Hopefully. And I do mean hopefully. I am gonna, look for mine in the shed. I'll have to get some of these as well. I got one of 4, but it's actually technically one of 5. So, is it technically one of 5? Or one of 6? Excuse me for a minute here, because I need to look this up. Because I saw him. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So, this is my local Target. It's a website. So, Micro City Fire and Rescue. They've only got 2 in. I mean, that's what? USP van or something? That's fine. The Supervan comes with its own exclusive micro machine by the looks of things. Does it? I mean, the van looks sweet. Includes 1 vehicle, 1 playset. So it does actually come with an exclusive micro machine, which is that little green one. Here's the other sets. So farm, racing, construction. So there's the farm. I mean, come on. You got the combine. Yeah. You got the old Ford pickup. Tractor. So here's the super muscle. Those were the muscle cars. Yeah, muscle cars. The construction. So yeah, I wonder if another store's got them. I wonder if another store that I know of has them. Yep. See, there's the truck. Trucks. So it does come with an exclusive vehicle. 25. Oh, that's not bad. I might have to do a lay-by. Because they actually have what I got. So there's the Micro Machines Park and Go Garage play case. This thing can hold 45 plus vehicles. That's not bad. I mean, it includes an exclusive vehicle. With 40 can hold 45 vehicles. 45 plus vehicles. Yeah, okay, I might have to grab that. 3-pack. You got the 5-pack world sets. Saw that. This is the construction. Okay, cool. Okay, I know what I'm gonna have to look for because it comes with an exclusive. And that. I wonder if another store has them. People say, "Oh, check Kmart, check Kmart." Okay, I'll check Kmart. I'll check Kmart, though I can actually check, was it Toy World, I think? Nope. Nothing. Nothing for Micro Machines. So, yeah. We have the city, the farm. Oh, I saved $1. Construction, pack, the construction playset, the tuner garage, the muscle cars, the park and go, the wash. Yeah, see, here's the. Yeah, also includes its own little, its own exclusive micro machine, so that shuts up nicely. Fire and rescue, which includes looks at things. Yeah, right there. It includes an exclusive vehicle, which is the fire engine itself. So I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun getting these. Sorry about the long video. So I know where I'm gonna hunt for the Micro Machines sets and such down. So I'm ending here. I'll see you all next video. Enjoy. And try and find these.